What happened in a courtroom that turned a quiet janitor into the star witness no one saw coming? I'm a 52-year-old courthouse janitor. Been cleaning the same halls for 16 years. People don't see me. I mop around lawyers, wipe up coffee spills, judges leave, and sometimes pick up dropped evidence folders without a word. I'm invisible, which is exactly how I like it. But last month, for the first time in my life, every eye in that courtroom was locked on me, and I wasn't holding a mop. It started with a hit-and-run case. A rich investment banker named Lyle Kensington had allegedly run down a food delivery kid and fled the scene. The victim survived, but broke both legs. His family was pressing charges. All signs pointed to Lyle. His license plate was partially captured by a store camera. The model matched, and there was a dent on the side of his black Porsche. But Lyle? Oh, he walked in like a goddamn movie villain. Tailored suit, arrogant smirk. He had a legal team that looked like a GQ spread. I was polishing brass doorknobs in the hallway when I heard him laugh during the kid's testimony. Lyle's lawyers were destroying every witness. They claimed the footage was too blurry, that it could have been any Porsche. They suggested the delivery guy might be lying for insurance money. It was brutal. The jury looked unsure. The kid looked crushed. On the third day, I was mopping near courtroom 4C when I noticed something odd. Lyle's car had been parked outside the employee lot every day. Same car, same dent. And I remembered something from the day of the accident. I'd been testing out my old Canon AE1 film camera during my lunch break. I'm a bit of a photography nerd. I love capturing small details, rust on bike chain, reflections in puddles, that kind of thing. That day, I took a photo of a crow sitting on the flagpole above the courthouse. I remembered because the lighting was just right and the clouds were dramatic. In the corner of the frame, you could see a car turning out of the lot. A black Porsche, same plate, same dent, date stamped, time stamped, 10 minutes after the accident, leaving from the courthouse employee lot. I printed the photo that night, unsure if it was worth anything. I stared at it for an hour, wondering if I should speak up. Part of me thought, who'd listen to a janitor? But another part said, what if that kid was your son? The next day, I walked it over to the court clerk. She stared at it, blinked, then called the prosecutor. 2 hours later, I was sworn in as a surprise witness. Lyle laughed when I walked in. Is the janitor lost? He whispered to his lawyer. I stepped up, nervous, palms sweaty. The prosecutor asked me to explain how I took the photo. I described the camera, the location, the timestamp. They passed around the enlarged print. The jurors leaned in. The judge squinted. Lyle stopped smirking. Then came the punch. The prosecutor asked me if I'd ever altered a photo. Ma'am, I said, this is 35mm Kodak film. You can't Photoshop negative. They asked if I was certain about the timestamp. I pulled out the developed roll. I developed this in my own darkroom. I log every shot. The judge asked to see the camera. I handed it over. She mocked my old camera, I said quietly, but it sees more than people realize. The courtroom went dead silent. The defense tried to dismiss it, said it proved nothing, but a forensic analyst confirmed the timestamp. And the plate number? Visible enough to read with enhancement. The jury deliberated for 11 minutes. Guilty. After sentencing, Lyle's attorney passed by me in the hall. He didn't say a word, just nodded once. The injured kid's mom hugged me with tears in her eyes. You didn't have to do that, she whispered. I smiled. People don't see janitors. That's okay. But sometimes we see everything. That photo? It's framed now, not in a gallery, but right above my mop sink where no one looks. And that's just how I like it. Except now, once in a while, a lawyer or clerk will stop me in the hallway and say, hey, you're that guy, right? The photo guy. And I just nod, because I might be invisible most days, but not that day. That day, the quiet guy with a mop reminded a courtroom that justice sometimes arrives wearing work boots, holding a camera older than most smartphones, and a heart that knows right from wrong.